For my Their Community project, I decided to explore the Sikh culture and religion. I decided to explore this religion and culture because of the fact that I am from India, and I know that there are many different states and that all the states in India are broken up to be very diverse, which many don't realize, myself included. And so I decided to explore the Sikh community because of the fact that I didn't know as much as I learned today about their culture, and I wanted to explore more. Sikhism is a monotheistic religion that originated during the 15th century in Punjab, India. Today, more than 200,000 Sikhs live in the US. In a survey done by Hart Research Associates, it was said that Sikhs have lived and worked in the United States for more than 150 years, but 60% of Americans admit to knowing nothing about them. Today, I decided to explore more about their culture.
Hi, I'm Ajina Kaur. And I come from a Sikh family, and my culture is a lot related to Indian, because that's where I come from. The identity of Sikh people is that you will see a lot of people who have turbans and they have long hair, and ideally we're not supposed to cut our hair. So you'll see a lot of people who have long hair and they have turban, and that's how we were brought up in this, in this culture. And but nowadays some people actually cut their hair and some people don't, because their families are very strict, and they actually have to go through like a lot of school problems. Like they're bullied a lot, because especially men who have really long hair, they have to keep their hair because of the fact that they have to respect their religion.
We're very different with other people, and they looked at us like, oh, who are these guys? Why is that on your head? And oh, what planet are you from? We got questions like those. My name is Tarlochan Singh. I was 6 when I came to America.
Yeah, it really starts from like kindergarten, high school, because by the time you're in college, you kind of build up that stamina, and you build up that strong feeling that like I did it from so long now and I can continue to do this. But there's a lot of people that I personally know a lot of people who have to go through so much when they're in kindergarten and high school, just because they wear a turban or they have long hair, and they get called like, oh, you're a girl, or you're this and that. This actually happened to my cousin too. He has blue eyes, so he's our first cousin. He has blue eyes, and he's actually really like gorgeous, like long eyelashes and all that, but he has long hair. So like when he was in kindergarten, he would be called as if he's a girl like a lot of times. But we as a family, we made sure we support him and make him strong, to make him understand that what, this is who you are, this is our religion. Like, just because some people tell you certain things and make fun of you doesn't mean you have to fall back and leave, like let your religion go like that. And the main thing in this is that this is our identity.
We had our ups and downs going to school with our turban, patka. It was hard for us. It's a Sikh religion. We don't cut our hair. Then after high school, I decided to cut my hair. It was a bad decision I made. After I cut my hair, I started reading more about the religion. First I didn't, and follow the religion more. Then I realized what Sikhi really is.
Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India were like entire one country with India. So a lot of fights used to happen. How Muslims wanted to take over India and consider it like an entire Muslim country, or India wanted to consider it an entire like Hindu country. So there was a lot of fights going on. So what our gurus did was that they created these symbols that were going to make us sick, which is like called Sikhism, and that created a bunch of I wouldn't say rules, but a bunch of principles that identifies you as Sikh, which is we have to wear garb, and I don't wear it because it actually gives me allergies, but it's also we have to keep our hair and all, and we have to have it's something that we have to wear on our body. It goes from like long hair. It's like a small knife, but it symbolizes like how Sikh people had to like go through so much back then. to just be strong in general. So initially, my family is actually from Afghanistan, and this is way back when my parents were even young, and my grandparents were born there too. What used to happen there was that at that moment there was like a huge fight going on, and people were just struggling to decide which country they wanted to move because there were a lot of fights going on, a lot of people were dying. So my family decided to move to India, and one of the main reasons for that was that that country was a Muslim country, so they wanted all the Sikh people and Hindu people to convert into Muslim. And my family was not into that, because nobody of Sikh person no person should be actually forced to change their religion, whether you're Sikh, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, or anything. So to save ourselves and our families and respect our religion, my parents decided that they were going to move to India, and that was the most safest country for them, because that country, it's there's like different type of people, like every religion is there, and they felt more safe there, so that's where they moved, and that's where I was born. So from there, it's when I moved from there to New York, I personally didn't see any difficulties, but I did see, and I've heard that my oldest cousin moved to America before me, so I know he went through a lot. Like I was saying earlier, my cousins had to go through a lot, especially the boys, because they would be bullied in school and everything. But luckily they had us in our family, so we made sure that we were over supporting them, and we made sure we tell them, no matter what happens in school, anybody tells you anything, we got your back, and no matter what, just stay true to your religion. And just because you don't cut your hair does not make you any different as a human person, because no matter what, there's something called humanity before any religion. So that's what we always fell back to. We made sure that our kids in our house know that, which is why now they're much older, they go to college and everything, and they still have their turban. And it takes a lot of courage for somebody to get there, from all the bully that goes around in the school and all. Every year, we have a community that represents like Sikh people, and what we do is, like, every year we have something that's called a turban day. So in New York City, what we do is that we have like a group of people who organize the whole plan of getting a lot of Sikh people to, like, whether it's Sikh people or like Americans or anything, we want people to know that what our identity is. So we have a lot of like turbans. It comes in like different colors, so it can be like any color. By the way, there's no restrictions. We can wear any type of any color or type of turban. The main point is that we respect our hair, so the fact that we cover it just shows that we have value for our hair, and this is us. We tied around, like, I lost counting, but like probably 4,000 or 5,000 turban in one day, and it just showed us how people are so excited, and they're just so valuing this whole idea so much. And this was our way to show people that, hey, we're not any different. We all can get along, and
everyone's just so nice and loving, and it definitely will help kind of take away some of the stigma.
Time to try out all sorts of experiences, especially in difficult times right now. The awareness needs to be here, and what a place, what a venue to pick, what an atmosphere. This is fantastic.
We love the Sikh community.
So I was born in Delhi, and the fact that I've been here for about like 14 years, no matter what happens, like at this moment I would consider myself a New Yorker, of course, because I've been living here for so long. But I actually make sure that anything I do, I make sure that I follow my religion. So it's nothing that I have to look certain way or anything. That's when I say that our religion is very open-minded. Sorry, but it's just how you have, like, certain things you have to do in life. Like, I stay true to myself. I also go to a temple. It's in Hicksville. It's It's called Guru Nanak Darbar, and we help out there.
There's a prayer going on. There's always a langar community lunch. Doors are always open for any race, any person, and everybody's treated equal. We all sit on the floor equally.
Yeah, like I make sure I go to my temple, which is called Gurdwara. I go to my temple at least I try to go there more, at least once a week, but sometimes I fall back, you get busy and everything. But every morning I wake up, I go to my, my small temple that we have in my house, I pray to it.
Seva is like giving back to the community. When I come to Gurdwara, I try to do Seva as much as I can. Helping out in the langar hall, upstairs, in the kitchen.
We do a lot of seva, which is, seva means that we make food there at the temple, and anybody is allowed to come and eat food. It's not restricted for any type of people. You can go and pray, and we give space for them to relax and sit and eat. And
there's kids that are learning Punjabi, they're learning Shabad, they're learning how to read and write Punjabi. So every Sunday I would take one of the classes at a time to teach them how we do Seva in the langar hall. We bring them to Gurdwara to show what Sikh is about. I mean, everybody has choices, but they see us how we are, so they try to follow us. If I cut my hair, shave my beard, and I tell them you have to do this, they're gonna ask the question me like, why aren't you doing it? We're like the role model for them.
And yeah, we do a lot of things with the community to stay alive with our religion, because it's just so important. Whether I think it doesn't matter which country you are in. Even if you're in India, you'll see a lot of people. Some people don't follow the religion, but it shouldn't matter. The fact that you're in New York, the fact that you're in New York or anywhere, you should just continue to do what's right, follow your religion, and remember God in any good and bad situation. I think that's really important. The fact that I'm here and my family too and everyone, we're just so involved with everything that we do in our temple. The main point is that our kids that are in this generation, we want to make sure that they don't forget who we are, and they don't forget their language. They don't only represent themselves as American, even though they're born in America. It's an awesome thing to be America is awesome. The stuff they do for us, for everyone. They do consider us all equal. I feel it just really depends on the individuality, how you are as a person. You'll find a bad person, they'll be like, no, you're different than us, but you'll find a lot of good people out there that are, they want to see positivity in life, and I really look upon those people. And yeah, it's awesome. I think I would want my kids to remember our religion and learn how to write and read Hindi and Punjabi, and that's the main focus. That's why I make sure I go to my temple. That's why my parents make sure that I go to my temple, and we continue this along with my kids and their kids and all that. That's the hope. But yeah, it's a very exciting thing.
Everybody look at it as a seva, helping each other. In order for you to be me, you have to have a lot of guts. For me to be you, I could be changed in 2 seconds. Me, I go out with my turban, my beard. This is who I am. I am a Sikh.
Through my interviews with Gina and Davinder, I learned a whole lot more about the Sikh community and culture. Davinder had also said that his family and the history of his religion inspired him to stand tall and stand proud when people snickered at him. And despite the discrimination that the Sikh community endures on a daily basis, Singh says that the Sikhs believe in Chhadi Kala, a Punjabi phrase that translates to forever in high spirit. Something I really admired was the fact that Gina and Davinder were both super proud of their culture and religion. Despite the fact that Davangir had once been ashamed and embarrassed of his religion and therefore removed the turban, I was still amazed that he went ahead and put the turban back on and now is doing so much more in his community and being an active role. I thought his story was very inspiring because of the fact that many people in our communities today face all kinds of discrimination and abuse and harassment from others, and sometimes this causes people to go into isolation and hide, but Davangir had taken his story and decided to change his life around by inspiring others to be more proud of their culture and not to hide but to educate more.